What's going on, everyone? It is Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. Alabama survives unranked South Carolina at home by a score of 27-25. South Carolina recovers the onside kick, has an opportunity at the end. Damani Jackson, who was injured, comes in, makes an interception. Alabama survives an SEC game against an unranked team. Look, I want you to answer this inside the comment box, okay? You got the W. What are the problems with this Alabama football team? Are you happy just with winning games, or are there issues that are very apparent and large here in Tuscaloosa? It doesn't feel like this is the standard that we're accustomed to. Or are all these just teams, is there just that much parity in the SEC? Here's Coach Kalen DeBoer. He's smiling and laughing after the game. It doesn't look like he's stressed out at all. I think there's millions of Alabama football fans that do feel stressed out and probably aren't smiling, but maybe just winning is just it. I mean, they say just win. All right, when we look at the detail of this game, look, South Carolina came in, and Lenora Sellers is 23 of 31 in this game, 238 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception, and it really had an opportunity to beat Alabama in the final, moments of this game. Raheem Sanders, 16 carries, 78 yards. Let me ask you this. The defense, grade the defense on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being great and 1 being absolutely trash. I mean, what is it? Right? What is the defense right now? Because I think that's certainly one of the issues with the team that we continue to talk about going into this game. You know what? South Carolina was running the same plays that Vanderbilt was running. The shovel pass, right? I don't know. It doesn't seem like Kalen DeBoer is too stressed out about this game. He's happy you win the games. Look, Jalen Milroe clearly didn't play his best game. 16 of 23, 209 yards, an interception, two interceptions, and he had 1 touchdown, and he had 2 touchdowns on the ground, so a total of 3 touchdowns. He ran the football 18 times for 36 yards. Jam Miller had 12 attempts for 42 yards, and Justice Haynes 8 for 26. What did you think about Jalen Milroe's performance? It wasn't his best performance, but you know what? When it was critical, when Alabama had a timeout and they came out in a 3rd down situation, he threw a really nice touchdown to Jeremy Bernard. Jeremy Bernard finishes with 89 yards in this game. He was targeted 6 times, and he came up big in the end. But what do you think about his overall performance? There's a lot of problems with this team. A lot of problems, a lot of red flags. I am concerned when you kind of go into this game next against Tennessee on the road. It's an ugly win, but you did win an SEC game at home. I don't know. I mean, you look at the games remaining, Tennessee, Missouri, Auburn, Oklahoma on the road. I mean, you seem like this is the SEC, but this isn't the Alabama team that we're accustomed to. The team going into halftime, they look deflated. They didn't look themselves, but, in the end, they're able to pull out a win against South Carolina by a score of 27-25. It was a I guess, thrilling ending to a game that at times, felt like it was kind of going up and down. And I was asking you guys even about Nick Sheridan. What do you think about his play calling? Right? Seems good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. Then he calls a really good 3rd down play, and Jalen Milroe puts it on the money to Jeremy Bernard. I don't know. When you look at the stat line of this game, South Carolina in this game had 374 yards of offense compared to Alabama's 313. So they had more yards than Alabama, right? You look at the penalties. This was still an issue. 7 penalties for 66 yards. And you know what? I have no idea what happened to Alabama's 3rd down defense, because guess what? They were 7 of 15, South Carolina, and they were 1 of 2 on 4th downs, including another touchdown pass on a 4th down situation. So there's a lot going on with Alabama's defense. It's clearly not the standard. I know a lot of people are calling for Coach Kane Womack, but I think there's bigger issues at Alabama. We'll talk about those issues as we continue to think about them. But what I want you to do right now, all right, number 1, celebrate the dub, right? Like, Alabama won. Alabama's able to, continue jockeying for SEC positioning. If there's 2 issues that are bothering you, or 3 or 4 about this Alabama football team, will you please post them inside the comment box? All right. So what are the issues that you physically see? If you're an expert in football, if you could break down plays, post them. If you just start seeing stuff like the common fan, post them. What are the issues that you are seeing with the team, and can those issues be resolved? You look at the players. I mean, no coach in college football history has inherited more talent than Coach Kalen DeBoer. That's why it is so amazing to me to see this team fighting for its life. That's what's happening right now, right? That they were fighting for their life against Vanderbilt, and this is what I just said. They're fighting for their life against Vanderbilt, and they're fighting for their lives against South Carolina at home. You see what I'm saying? So, like, when you rewatch this, when you're checking it out, what are the issues with this Alabama football team, and can they be resolved? Because there's a lot of football left to be played for this team. And who knows? I mean, shoot, they continue to win. They say winning cures all. But when you're looking at this team as well, like, it seems like something like they just changed so drastically year over year. And I'm curious to see how recruits are viewing Alabama football under Coach Kalen DeBoer. Maybe it's not a big deal. I mean, I saw Coach Kalen DeBoer after the game. He's still smiling. It seems like, a win's a win, and he's just happy with the win. I don't know. Look, he's won a lot of games everywhere he's gone, and he's winning still. It's not what we're used to, but they are winning. Was Joel Klatt right? You just have this offense that can outshoot the other offense, and that's it. It feels like it is such a dramatic change. And it's going to take some time, I guess, to get used to. It just doesn't feel the same. So I don't know. So that's why I'm asking you, and I'm going to think about it too over the next 24 hours. Like, what are the major issues with this Alabama football team? And I see Jay inside the comment box talking about the running game. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it's just Jalen Milroe who's running the football, really. I mean, Jam Miller, and he does look good running the football. He had 12 attempts for 42 yards. Justice Haynes, man, it doesn't seem like he's really able to get going. Is this a run blocking deal? Is it on him? Is it, when they're running him? I love this point by Gelato talking about the DBs are young. There was a time where you had Zay Minty in, you had Jalen Mbakwe in, and you had Xavier Brown in. These guys are young, right? You think about all the transfers out. There's still a lot of football to be played. A win is a win. And you did win this game, and you turned the page, and you continue to get ready for a really good team on the road in Tennessee. But the most important thing is you came up with the W today, and, you continue to take steps forward. I don't think it was clearly their best performance, but they found a way to win, and that can also be a sign of a good team, right? Finding a way to win when you're not playing your best football. Let me know what you think. So, again, inside the comment box, I'm asking for what are the biggest issues with this team and any bright spots. Throwing something positive in there, too. Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. I'm going to take a quick commercial, and when I come back, we got Coach Kalen DeBoer's press conference. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back here on Bama Football on YouTube.